We all worry, but very often we do not realize how damaging worries are to our health. They can even make us physically ill. How much money will I make? Am I good enough? Will she or he return my love? So how can we finally stop worrying and start living and enjoying our lives to make the most out of our time here on this beautiful planet Earth? Dale Carnegie helped millions of people to overcome the worry habit through this best-selling book. He teaches us 3 formulas that can change our lives. We can put these basic rules to work today. They can help us become optimistic and positivity-filled individuals who do not waste precious moments on a pointless and endless loop of worrying and overthinking. There's no need to live with anxiety that keeps us from enjoying a full and happy life. So make sure to watch this video until the end to understand how we can implement this set of rules into our life, to find ourselves and be ourselves. And remember, there's no one else on earth like each one of us. Dale Carnegie wants to convince us that today is our most precious possession. It is our only sure possession. That's why he teaches us to live with day-tight compartments. This means we should shut out the past, the dead yesterdays. Just like that, we should also avoid worrying about the unborn tomorrow. If we are able to shut off the future, then we are safe. Then we are able to live every day, from getting out of bed in the morning to falling asleep at night, as a new life. Because for Dale, a happy and successful lifetime is only the total sum of happy and successful day-tight compartments. Let's get into it. How would we feel if this evening someone told us that tomorrow morning we will get hit by a car? Would we worry? Probably, but there would be a way to deal with those worries. Dale goes through many case studies and concludes with 3 major principles with which we can stop wasting our mental energy on useless worries. Principle number 1, eliminating confusion that causes stress and self-doubt. Because Dale believes that a minute spent on worrying about the future is a minute wasted. He thinks the time spent worrying is useless and can be utilized in much better ways. To eliminate stress, we must find the cause of the stress, which, in most cases, is confusion. We worry more about things with consequences that are unknown than we worry about things with consequences we already know. The unclarity and confusion about the result of an action or situation makes us feel upset. So we overthink and lose our present time. To provide this, Dale teaches us, life is too short to be little. Let's not allow ourselves to be upset by small things we should despise and forget. But instead of doing this, the unclear feeling of not knowing what's coming up next makes us sick to our stomach, and we think of ways to find out what would happen in the future to prepare ourselves beforehand. Because we as humans love knowing everything beforehand. But obviously, real life does not work that way. Life is unpredictable and unfamiliar, so if we keep worrying about things that are unclear now, we will keep worrying until the day we die. To break this toxic cycle of stress caused by the confusion of what will happen next, Dale has proposed 3 easy and effective steps. Following these steps will eliminate the confusion of the future, and thereby it can help us to eliminate constant worrying. Step 1. Getting facts straight. Dale recommends to sit down and write about what makes us worry. Let's say we are worried about our job and want to quit. We would just have to write down why we feel like this about it. Let's assume it's because we want more money or more appreciation. Stressful jobs are the leading cause of worrying in our present generation. So writing down our concerns will help us a lot. After that, we should write down the consequences of leaving this job. Let's always ask ourselves, what's the worst thing that can happen? If we accept this worst case scenario, if we assume for a moment that the worst will happen, it is most likely that the worst case scenario is not that bad, and maybe we could even bounce back from it. If we would lose our job, for example, we could always find another one. So if we clearly define the worst outcome, and if we accept this worst case scenario, we will feel much calmer, and often we will soon start to realize how ridiculous most of our worries are. Step 2, analyzing and never looking back. So let's analyze our options and think about these consequences. Can we handle them? What are our other options? These questions will motivate us to think logically about the problem, and it will lead us to a solution instead of going in circles. After analyzing, we should never look back second guessing. According to Dale, second guesses cause us to worry even more, and we fall back into the precious trap of overthinking. We just have to stop looking back and start looking forward. Now we're ready for step 3, our decision. That means after we have analyzed our actions and figured out some other options, we have to choose one of them and just decide. Just make a final decision with pure logic and analysis. After that, let's get up and once again never look back. Because once we have decided upon doing one thing, we shall never doubt it, as it will cause confusion again and again. From now on, let's just move forward. Making a time limit on our stress is Dale's main principle number 2. How many times has every one of us wasted an entire day thinking about the consequences of something that never happened? Constant worry causes us to lose our precious time and concentration. Dale's second fundamental formula is setting a time limit for ourselves. He calls it the stop-loss method. In banking, the stop-loss method observes the development of certain shares we bought at a certain price. Let's say if the prices of our bought shares decrease by 10%, we immediately sell those shares automatically to prevent further loss. This is called stop-loss order. Similarly, Dale suggests we should put a stop-loss on our worries. Make a limit, and if that limit of thinking about something is exceeded, immediately stop. Principle number 3 is taking criticism as compliments. Because a great way to become happy is by acting happy, and negative feedback taken as a positive compliment and well-meant criticism leaves room for improvement. So, to improve, we could take the words of critique, even envy, as obstacles that we have to overcome at all costs. Remember, our main goal is becoming better, and in the end, whether it is done by harsh words or self-power, the result is the same. Even if one path is more difficult than the other, it will lead us to an end we deserve. Dale reminds us that every one of us is unique and no one can replace us, no matter who we are and what we do. So after Dale, the worst thing we humans can do to ourselves is envying others or imitating others. Because no matter what we do, we will always be unique and no one else on this earth is like us. So let's take our mistakes as guides and learn from them to become better and strive for greatness. And in the process, let's stay cool, because pushing ourselves will only burn us out. Instead, we can take the 3 principles from Dale's book as guidelines to navigate through our lives. Firstly, we can eliminate the confusion which causes stress by checking our cause of worry, analyzing our different options, and making a decision. Secondly, we can set a stop-loss order for our cause of worry, and after the limit is crossed, we stop overthinking it immediately. Thirdly, we can take criticism as compliments, improve from our mistakes, and be relaxed to not get tired on the way. And lastly, we can make sure that these 3 principles work for us by always remembering that we are unique, and by taking care of our mental and physical health to build the path towards a long and happy life free from anxiety and worry. What do you think? Would you try to implement these principles into your life? Comment below and be sure to subscribe.